Hi everyone, and welcome to the first video of the series of the building of the 2049 concept spinner. I'm going to show you the photos and the renders that I used to actually make the model, and then explain to you why I actually chose to make this specific spinner and not the one from the movie. That's me and my wife, but that is not what we're here to see. We want to look at the spinner. So here's a movie spinner. I'm sure everyone that's going to buy this model or is interested knows how the spinner looks. So there we go. It's an interesting shape compared to the original one from the original movie. A lot more square. But honestly, that's a movie one from the movie. I don't like the shape as much as the producers of the movie did. I feel it looks like half a car. It's chopped off way too soon behind the interior, the section over here. During the advertising of the movie, they actually had the concept one, which was used in the posters, which I was hoping I'd see in the movie, and well, they didn't make it, and I think probably because it was too expensive. So here's the original spinner. Renders by different artists. I think it might be the movie artist. Okay, so the unfortunate thing is there's very few pictures of this this concept spinner, the one that I've done. So there's a concept. There's a bunch of concepts, different ones, but the main one used for the advertising is this one. Okay, there's two drawings, one showing the detail above kind of in the front, and then there's one that's further away distance, this one. The color as well can be confusing, grey to dark blue. You'll have to play around with the colors to see what I can come up with, as well as the decals. I've stuck with the decals from this picture. There's another one very far away. Here's the original poster. Okay, so Blade Runner 2049 with Agent K standing next to it with his gun drawn. There's a couple of other concepts. This is in the Blade Runner, I think it's the making of the movie, where they actually show this concept, which to me looks a lot better, a lot more awesome, more aggressive, more interesting shape. And there's another concept, very square, looks like a limo. Here's the one I've done, and here is a enlarged picture. Okay, this model will be pretty easy to build. The main work is going to be polishing the windows, because they're not going to be 100% transparent. Most of the model screws together, which is quite nice, and then you glue a couple of parts on together. So here's another drawing showing the front section slightly on the top. I had to use some imagination with part of it. Here's a drone, which I've tried to stick with that design. Okay, so here's a model that I made. I started off with a basic shape, and then basically just stuck with I use a photograph as a backdrop to build a model. And that's this back section where it started off. Move the camera slightly back. Okay. Started taking shape, and the back section looks pretty much like the photo. The front, I had to use imagination, like I said. Some greebles I had to add in there. I had to think of what's going on over here at the bottom. I used the same design, kind of like from the original one. The back end is very similar, and these aren't lights, these are bumpers, okay, or part of the bumper. It's taking shape. The windows, the interior is modeled basically on the one from the movie, because there's no indication of how it looks. I presume it looks very similar. This side here I'm not too sure about. I've had to use imagination. Not much online or up in the movie views of that side, on the right hand side. Okay, so you got your top detail, to also imagination. front detail again. It's the drone, very different to the movie one. The movie one's like a flat kind of square drone. This one's looks more stealth. Okay, that's a Top Gun. Had to use a bit of imagination there. It changed quite a few times during the design. Got more detail at the back. That's the rear end. Okay, this is almost complete. And like I'll show you when I show you the parts, which will be the next video, is the main section. I'll go back slightly. This here bolts or screws onto the back section and the bottom as well, and then the doors just slide or plug into the dashboard. Then these parts just slot into the front and they get screwed on from the top. Okay, so go forward again. Okay, so that's the bottom. Add a bit of color for interest. Okay, so that to me looks pretty close to what the drawing looks. I'm not too sure if this is what the original artist intended, but I tried to get as close as I could. Okay, and then like I said, decals will be like the drawing, and they're all from JBot in Canada. So you can order them directly from him if I don't have any in stock. Okay, so as you can see over here on this picture, that's a separate section. So this is a whole separate section that gets screwed on. Okay, the Peugeot at the back, and this is cast in clear, so you'll be able to light it up. Bottom, front. Okay, so the next video I'm going to show you all the different sections. What I've done is I've taken them and I've sanded down all the fill holes and the drain areas for the when I made the molds. But I will explain where they are and how to sand them down. So yeah, until the next one, bye.